And when you are ready, start to close down the eyes if they've not already closed down. Allow the eyelids to softly land and rest, giving the eyeballs that much needed break and that pause. And then allow your awareness and your attention to drift within. Notice your body. Notice how your body is positioned here in the space. And allow whatever parts of the body are touching the support beneath you to magnetize downward just a little bit more. And then from this connection to the support beneath you, you find support up through the spine. So the crown of the head starts to drift upward, connecting earth to sky through your body. And now you found a beautiful, alert and vital position. You can release some of the tension that you might have been placing in the spine to sit upright. Just softening a little bit, but keeping that alertness to this practice. And then exactly as you are, take 3 of the smoothest, deepest breaths you have taken all day. It could be a release through the mouth, it could be a release through the nose. And we're going to live here in the breath for a few rounds. So just noticing how it feels to connect back to the breath. And you can really sip up the breath and allow it to bring in this kind of revitalizing energy into the body through the inhale. And as you exhale, it's like you're just releasing a little bit more and more as you breathe out. Noticing that the body can receive a little bit more breath than you think possible. So allowing the body to soften to receive full and buoyant breaths. Notice how when you soften the jaw, the shoulders, the breath moves a little bit more easily through the body. And here, as you're starting to receive the breath once again, I'm going to place the word vitality into your awareness. When I say vitality, what images come to mind? Vitality. And if you could bring that image into the way that you're breathing, how does it change your breath experience? And always in our meditation, you can always return to the breath as your anchor, as the focus point. If the guidance takes you elsewhere, off into a different space, just keep coming back to your breath. Your breath is always here for you so that you can keep meeting presence. Nicely done. From here, we're going to be moving into our technique and practicing our square breathing. And there will be retention involved. There'll be holding of the breath. My invite to you during the breath hold is to find peace, to find stillness. Noticing how in the holds that you can just hover in time and space. But for now, we'll just begin by finding a bit of rhythm in the breath. So filling the lungs with the biggest breath you've taken all day, whole body fills up, and then slowly release until there is nothing left at all. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue as your own guide and teacher, breathing in and out for a count of 4 or more if that feels more appropriate. Equal breath in, equal breath out. Samasvriti breath. And now I invite you to release the counts and just notice the moment of the pause between the inhale and exhale. It might be very slight, but there's that little pause. And I'm going to invite you to increase the length of that pause, just for a few moments to begin with. And keep increasing that length of pause between the inhale and the exhale breaths until it is the same length. You could bring back your count of 4 or 5. So there's an inhale, a pause, an exhale, a pause. And you might choose to visualize now a square. And each part of this breathing technique is one of those lines to that 4-sided shape. And keep following that square with your inner awareness. Square breathing. Equal breath to equal breath retention. And if you feel called to playing with the length of the breath and the hold, you could always increase towards a count of 8 for the last few rounds. Remembering that in those breath retention moments in the hold, it is possible to feel peaceful. Not to feel bound, but to feel expansive. Beautifully done. From here, you can finalize whatever round you're on and then allow the breath to return to a natural state, easeful and effortless. So I'd like you to begin with your awareness placed in the lower belly. And we're just watching and witnessing the breath here in the lower torso. It might be very subtle. You might even sense the touch of the clothes upon your skin here in the lower belly as the breath rises and falls. And then allowing your awareness to drift up to the lower ribs. And watch those lower ribs floating in space as you breathe in and gently drawing down toward the spine as you breathe out. From the lower ribs, we move our awareness now into the chest, inclusive of the shoulder blades, the back of the ribs, and the sides. Just notice how the breath is affecting this part of the body with every breath in and every breath out. There is no right or wrong, just is. And then witnessing the breath in the nose. You might even notice the feeling of the breath upon the upper lip. And then notice the breath as it moves through the whole body. You might now visualize a color. And as you breathe in, that color expands. And as you breathe out, that color draws back in toward its center. And imagine through the next few breaths, you were replenishing every cell in the body through the breath. It releases anything stuck, anything stagnant, and the breath restores vitality through your skin, through your bones, through your muscles. And from here, I invite you to place your awareness to the center of your chest. I'm going to be exploring some affirmations. From here, you can either repeat these affirmations in the pause after I've stated them, or you can just let them wash through you without any mental effort at all. I am vital energy. I am vital energy. I feel my body restoring with every breath. I feel my body restoring with every breath. I acknowledge where I leak my vital energy. I acknowledge where I leak my vital energy. I am committed to feeling vital in life. I am committed to feeling vital in life. I feel the sense of aliveness in my body. I feel the sense of aliveness in my body. My cells are vibrating with aliveness. My cells are vibrating with aliveness. As I meditate, I rebalance. As I meditate, I rebalance. To live a vital life, I must rest and pause. To live a vital life, I must rest and pause. I hold space for my health and happiness. I hold space for my health and happiness. I am vitality embodied. I am vitality embodied. Start to deepen the breath, and as you deepen the breath, you imagine this wave of warm, revitalizing energy washing through the body. The breath in draws the wave up to the crown of the head, and the breath out draws the energy of stagnancy out through the soles of the feet. Breathing in, vitality moves up to the crown of the head. Breathing out, stagnancy is released through the feet. Spend the next few moments in stillness, washing out the body through the breath. Starting to sense your body on the support beneath you once again. Starting to sense the sounds in the space. And before starting to move the physical body, just check in with the interior space. How are you feeling now, in this very moment? And usually it's the first thought or visualization that comes through. And then starting to gently awaken the fingers, the toes, wiggling them, maybe rolling the head side to side. If you're seated, it might feel nice to draw the chin toward the chest and let the head soften forward. You could even roll out the spine a little bit, and if you're lying down, you could stretch the whole body. When you're ready, you could blink the eyes open and come back into the space. Take all the time you need to re-emerge.